Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
Good morning, Utah. Let's get you ready for the weekend. We're going to be moving into the weekend with some nice weather conditions, but as we go throughout the weekend, we do have some big changes on the way. So sunshine and much warmer temperatures expected to return to all of the Beehive State as we go throughout your Friday afternoon. In fact, I think temperatures will be well above average in many locations. Now, keep in mind, we are still tracking that stronger storm system that will arrive as we get towards late Saturday into early next week, and that will be bringing us some rainy and unsettled weather conditions. And again, that system is going to kind of slow to a crawl right over the Beehive State, which means we're going to keep the active weather going for us as we go throughout your Sunday, Monday, right on into your Tuesday as well. And we're going to finally try to kick the system out of here, but it's not going to be until about the middle to latter half of next week when we could finally get some drier air to settle on in across the area. So as we look at these temperatures out there right now, 38 degrees in Logan. We've got 36 in Heber, 37 in the West Desert. We've got temperatures in the upper 50s there in St. George. As we look at the weather map, you can see all is fairly quiet out there across the region this morning here as we've got high pressure that's beginning to build in from the north, and that high pressure should slowly usher in some improving weather conditions out there for us today. And so we've got that sunshine galore with highs into the low 70s up towards Cache Valley. We'll be in the mid 70s here along the Wasatch Front. I think low to mid 70s for south and eastern portions of the Utah area, up into the upper 60s to near 70 around the Uintas. And we'll be into the low 70s for around Allen County. And as you get into Washington County, how about those mid 80s showing up? In fact, if you're heading down to day 2 of the Black Desert Championship, well, we're going to be looking at those temperatures starting off in the upper 50s, upper 70s by lunchtime, and then we're in the mid 80s by the afternoon with lots of sunshine. Keep in mind that burn time, though, today, that's at 15 minutes or less. So make sure you have that sunscreen there as we've got, you need that at SPF 15 or greater. As again, when you got that sun angle that's going to be out there and you're going to be out there on the golf course, it could cause some issues, so keep that in mind. Otherwise, the weather not too bad at all today. High pressure ushering in those clear conditions across most of the Intermountain West as we go throughout today. But here's our next storm system already approaching the west coast. That's going to take a dive from the Gulf of Alaska down to the south and east and start to impact us here as we go throughout the weekend. So we're going to time it all out for you here with Futurecast. You'll be able to see, again, nothing. A whole lot of nothing to show you here across the state as we go throughout your Friday, but that will start to change going into your Saturday. Here comes that area of low pressure working its way in, and you can see the copious amounts of moisture developing off to our west in Nevada as we go throughout your Saturday. For us, Saturday afternoon, we can start to see a couple of isolated showers across the West Desert, southwest Utah, and then notice as we go into your Sunday, we're going to start to ramp up that moisture as that low pressure approaches, and we'll see that first across central and southern sections of the state, and then that will lift north across the rest of the state as we go throughout your Sunday afternoon. But look at this low pressure. It's still slowly crawling across the area, so unsettled weather conditions for your Monday. And guess what? It's still hanging around even on your Tuesday, so we'll keep the unsettled weather conditions in play across the area before we finally kind of give this system a kick out of here. But that may not occur until about next Wednesday. So between, let's say, Saturday and next Tuesday, we're looking at, again, the potential of about a half an inch of rain across the area, with some places maybe receiving a little bit more than that. St. George, 86 degrees for us with sunshine today. Isolated showers Saturday. Better chances for scattered showers and rumbles of thunder for your Sunday into Monday. We'll keep that chance of isolated storms in the forecast Tuesday before we dry it out heading towards the second half of the week. The Wasatch Front, mid to upper 70s today. Low 80s for your Saturday. Then that increasing chance of scattered showers and storms Sunday, Monday into Tuesday with cooler temperatures before we dry it out and heat it back up heading into next week. All right, let's get a check on your traffic. As we look at your drive times this morning here, Utah County heading up to Salt Lake City looking pretty average at about 33, 34 minutes. Same story if you're going from Salt Lake City over towards Provo, looking at some pretty average drive times for you this morning. As we take a look at I-80 westbound, Salt Lake City to Tooele, looking at a pretty decent trek this morning, right on at about 38 to 40 minutes. And if you're going from Tooele to Salt Lake City, you can book it. Look at that, nearly about 30 minutes there for that average drive time. We'll keep you updated throughout the morning.